Okay, so we've talked about our theory. Now we want to grab our asset that accompanies our assets that we are going to use for our experiment. So we need to go to Dropbox. So let's do that. Dropbox is right here. So I'm going to select on that. And I have all of my information in my ECPI folder. So I'm going to go over to ECPI. And then I want to go down to, I name my physics folder Brass Eric. So let me select on that. And I want to go to the first folder here. So next thing that we want to do is this. We want to go ahead and go to our video, and we're going to export this video to video physics. You see these three dots here? Just go ahead and select those three dots and select on export. And so you'll see that you come to the ability to export your video to different places. The thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and open this in video physics. So you'll see, if you have video physics on your iPad, which you should by now, then you'll see this application. And it's going to take us directly over to video physics. Okay. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to first go to experiment. You'll see that I have a bunch of generic experiments here. Let me just cancel this. You'll see I have experiment 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 8, but I don't know what these are. I can just look at the icon, the thumbnail here, and I can kind of tell. But we don't want to do that. We want to be very organized. So I'm going to refer to this as unit circle, and I'm going to put a 2 in here because I have several unit circles. You only need to put 1, and I'm just going to place Brass Eric. So that should be pretty identifiable. Now, notice that we had 2 experiments, experiment 8s. What's going to happen if I get out of this app, close it, and then go back into it? That experiment 8 will go away. It's some type of glitch with the program, but it doesn't interfere with us. Just choose the top experiment. So let's go back into our experiment. And what we want to do right now is set our origin and scale, and then upload that to Dropbox. Let's do it. Origin and scale. So remember, we had our number line. Okay. Let me see if I can bring my number line on over. Boom, boom, boom. I can't get rid of this thing here. Let me see if I can close that down. Well, I'll just do it from here. So we have our number line right here. We have our x-axis, that's one number line. We have our y-axis, that's another number line. Let me just go ahead and go back here. And so we want to be able to set that number line. And that number line is right, it's going to be right here at the pivot point, the point about which this object spins. So if I just play this, you'll notice that it's going to go all the way around. I'm just going to try to capture. So we want to make sure that we have our origin set. Now that we have our origin set, that's just our 0, 0. We want to make sure that we can scale this video properly. So you'll notice that I'm going to go from 10 centimeters to 40 centimeters. So how many centimeters is that? 40 minus 10 gives you 30 centimeters. So that pixel rod is 717 pixels. So this is what I'm saying. The length of this pixel rod is 717 pixels. And we're trying to equate it to something that we use to measure length with. So that's this meter stick in the back. I tried to put it into the same plane. So what we want to do is we want to change our unit here. This is not 1 meter, but it's a fraction of a meter. And we know how much of a fraction. It's 0.3, all right? 30 centimeters is 0.3 meters. So let's just make sure that we do that, okay? And this sets the stage for our experiment. If we don't know where we're starting and we don't know our unit of measure, how can we agree at this level? Okay, so that's what we're trying to do. Formal specificity, all of that other good stuff. What you want to do is take a snapshot right now of this. This is a part of your evidence supporting your analysis. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down my power button and then select the home button. Oh, I did that wrong. Let me do that again. Oh man, I'm gonna go back. Where is it? It's right in here. Home button and power button at the same time. And it should take a snapshot. So let's take that to Dropbox immediately so we don't have to think about it anymore. Remember, we don't have anything in here except these three items. The way you bring a photo to this particular folder, and if you're not in this folder, go to the unit circle folder and select on these three dots in this master column. This is our master column and this is our details page. So if I select on something, it's going to come up. If I select on something in my master column, it's going to come up in my details page. So let's go back to the unit circle. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's go to these three dots, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to upload a file. So we don't want to go to Dropbox, Google Drive, OneDrive. We want to go to Photos because that's where our snapshots are kept. If I go all the way down here, right here, I can select on it with the, you can see the indication with the check mark. I'm just going to go to Upload. So now it's sharing that photo. And what I want to do is select on it. So right here, you see the photo has been uploaded to Dropbox. So now it's not just on your iPad. It's actually in the cloud on your Dropbox. So you can go to Dropbox on any device and you can see this photo. You can share this photo from your Dropbox. It's not just on your iPad. So what I want to do is I want to change this name. This name is generic. And we always want to give some level of specificity to what we're talking about so we can quickly analyze what's going on. So I'm going to select on this pop-up drop-down menu, and I'm going to select on rename. So I'm going to rename this. Let me get rid of this. I'm going to go ahead and say origin and scale. Rename. And that's going to end this portion of the video. The next video will actually collect points.